Hey everybody, Wayne here. This is part 2, turns 6 through 10, the last half of Velikiye Luki, Stalingrad of the North. If you have not seen it yet, I have a part 1 with the first 5 turns of the game. That video is up already, edited, graphics, all the good stuff. Check that video out. Otherwise, if you're continuing on, let's continue with the game. So, all right, it is the beginning of turn 6, is January 3rd through January 11th. 1942 here on the northern front of the Eastern Front, northern part of the Eastern Front. It is a Soviet turn, replacement phase. They do get an infantry, and the Germans will as well, a replacement point. So, I'm trying to remember if they had any reduced infantry on the board. I don't think they did. The Soviets, that is. No. So the only one they have actually is an eliminated boxer. I'm going to go ahead and rebuild him, which it is a 2-step unit. Spending the 1 point rebuilds him as a 1-step unit. And then we'll put him in the reinforcement box. And then with the other reinforcements, they get a couple units. I'll go ahead and grab them and throw them in the reinforcement boxes over here as well. And that's it for the replacement phase. Let's go to the movement reinforcement phase. Movement-wise, so Soviets here, they're looking... You know, they need a couple things, or a couple goals here. So up here in the north, things are kind of stalled out. Same thing here. Really the whole line, let's be honest. I think that we want to get the Soviets here. They're looking to get some units here to Cartasova, so that way they can hopefully... There's two main German stacks and German unit areas. This one right here, they want to get them out of there. And then I would say, well, honestly, both of these as well. But if they can get them out of there, they can start maneuvering through. Maybe a little flanking action here, and then these units could be in danger of getting cut off. So, movement-wise, I think all these are probably going to stay where they are, but they're going to go ahead, the Soviets are going to go ahead and move this infantry division here. He will follow the road here, Cartasova. It's just one movement point, nice and easy, and then he's in the zone of control, so he's locked there. And the ski unit, infantry unit here, 1, 2, and then he will also stay right there. Yeah, we're definitely going to have a combat right here. So... Looking around, where else? Now we want to stay strong here, all these places. Obviously, we want to get across the Lovat here, get across the river. Trying to think, should they continue through? Trying to think here. Let's go ahead and get them up here. So I'm going to go ahead, this infantry division here is going to cross the Lovat. 1 across the river, and then in open terrain 1.5, so a total of 2.5. Then he stops because of the zone of control. Same thing here. So get him moved across at least. I think they didn't push back on a retreat, right? So I'll stop there. And then I think that's it for movement. I know we have, yeah, so this Soviet division here is kind of bogged down, just sitting there, kind of a little traffic jam, but with stacking rules, they just can't move up. Okay, that's it for movement. Let's do reinforcement phase. So we have Soviet there, and he will come out here, and he will come out down here as well. That's another division. So, and 2 infantry divisions with 6 movements. I'll just kind of move them together, save time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can move here, right? So, yep, 5, 6. Get to move down here. So, here's where we'll start getting them. Start getting a thrust down here, and right here, he'll go ahead and move 1. 2, and then stop there. And then maybe there's one more rebuilding point coming, replacement point next turn, so maybe we'll rebuild him up to full strength. So, all right, let's end the movement reinforcement phase there. Go to the combat phase. Let's gauge combat right here. Target this German hex. So these 3 stacks of Soviet units are going to attack. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 6, 17, plus 7, 24. 24 versus 4, 5, 6. So 24 divided by 6 is 4-to-1 odds. However, the defender's in wooded, so that becomes 3-to-1. And units are crossing a minor river, so it's 3-to-1, -1 on the roll. 2, so it actually is only a 1 on 3-to-1. D1, defender loses 1 step. Okay. Security unit, we'll go ahead and reduce him. And, yep, okay. So wearing them down. So it's going to be a little bit longer before they can get them out of there. But wearing them down, I mean, the Germans obviously have a limited amount of men and resources, so the more you wear them down, the more they're finally going to break. At least that's what the Soviets are hoping for, right? Okay, so that battle was taken care of, and then let's do, I think we wanted to do we want to try a fight right here? 9, 10, 14, 15. I don't even know if we should try that fight right there. I'm thinking attacking this stack right here. I think it's a pretty powerful stack. 8, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 22. No, because I think it's going to end up being 1 to 2 odds. I don't think it's going to be good roll. Yeah, no, we're not going to attack. They're going to stand strong. Kind of stuck right here. So maybe once they break through over here, maybe they'll be able to do something. So, okay. Definitely going to try to attack over here, though. So these 3 Soviets are going to attack this stack of German right here, which is, what are they, 9, right? Yeah. So 7, that's 10, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then 31. 31 divided by 9 is what? 3 to 1? 3 to 1 odds. 3 to 1. However, they are crossing the Lovat River, so it becomes 2 to 1. And then there's a minor river here, so 2 to 1, minus 1 in the die roll. 1, that becomes a 0 on 2 to 1. 0 on 2 to 1 is A1. Attacker loses 1 step. Oh, just brutal rolling here. Let's see. Go ahead and he will take. He lost there. Just absolutely brutal. Okay, and we'll restack them. And then I think that's it for the combat. Yep, that's it for the combat for the Russian turn. So go over to the Germans. German turn here. Replacement phase. They get that 1 point. Germans are going to go ahead and rebuild. He is in supply here. Let's go ahead and rebuild security unit here. And then, yep, that's it for replacement. So movement reinforcement. Let's get there. German units. Just the last stack of reinforcing infantry. Let's see, looking around. That's definitely threatening here. This is strong, except right here maybe. So let's go ahead as the Germans. Let's get them moving here. Let's get them, we should get some up there. What do you guys think? So, because what do we have here? We have 3, 4, 5 infantry regiments here. None of them are particularly strong, but if we do stack them, they'll have some strength here. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter zone of control. It stops there anyway. One, 2, 3, 4. And then I think he'll be good there. And let's work on up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they should be able to follow that same path. Boom. Nice little line up here up north. And now they got a nice zone of control here as well. So just trying to hold back those Soviets. Looking for, now thinking, I'm done with the movement reinforcement phase, combat phase. Any combat they want to do? You know, I don't think so. Well, they could try attacking here. Push them back a little bit. Try to push them back across the river. Yeah, that's what they're going to do, I think. So let's see. So the Germans are going to commit to an attack here. And then I think that'll be it for an attack. So, yeah. So right here, 8, and then 6, 6, and 2. So 8, 12, 20, 22. 22 versus 10. So it's 2 to 1 over defenders in wood. So it will be 1 to 1 odds. And then it's also crossing a minor river. So 1 to 1 minus 1. Uh-oh. 5 becomes a 4. 1 to 1. 4 is exchange. Oh, see, that's not good for. No, yeah. Soviets are gonna go ahead and lose a unit. This is 1 step, which means the Germans get a victory point. Then the Germans go ahead and take a step loss, which they'll just take this panzer. has a loss, which means the Soviets get a victory point. Overall, I guess 1 for 1, right? So not really a loss. Okay. That'll be it for the German combat. That's it for the Germans. So they're going to go ahead and end their turn, and we'll go on to turn 7. All right, turn 7, January 12th through 20th. There are no more units coming in for reinforcements. This is it. Well, the units on the map are the ones on the map. All right, so replacement phase. There's one last replacement phase as well for each side. So Soviets get to go first as usual. So Soviets are going to go ahead and rebuild. Did I have an infantry in mind I thought I had for the Soviets? I was like, we'll rebuild this guy. Right here, maybe? Oh, man, I thought I had one in mind for the old Soviets. Oh, well, I guess this division here. But is he the best one to rebuild? Yeah, so this, I'll go ahead and just rebuild him up to full strength. Okay, and then that is it for the Soviets there. Replacement phase, so movement reinforcement. Again, there were no reinforcements, so just movement of units on the map. I feel like they definitely know they want to fight here, and then they're going to go ahead and fight here. They can bolster them a little bit, so he will move here, and then he will move here as well. It's from zone of control to zone of control, except because it is negated by the presence of a friendly unit, they can kind of shift, right, from one enemy zone of control hex, because it's negated, to another one. Just takes all their movement, so that would be the only move they could do anyway. And then go ahead and he's a little weak right now. He's kind of. Oh, this was the one I was gonna beef back up. Oh well, too late now. He'll go ahead and move. Go ahead and retreat back across. He'll move up, and he'll move up with him. Yeah, let's do that. Everyone else is pretty much lined up best they can, I think. So let's do it. Let's get into that combat phase. Here we go. So combat up here. Those 3 Soviet hexes are attacking the German hex right here. What are the numbers we got? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17, plus 7, 24, 24 to 6, so 4 to 1. In the woods becomes 3 to 1, and then -1 for crossing a minor river. So 3 to 1 with a -1. That's a 6, so that becomes a 5. Here we go. D1R, so defender loses 1 step and retreats 1 hex. So we'll go ahead and take the step loss there, and they have to retreat a step, and go ahead and they basically have to, unless they want to take another step loss, retreat across the Lovat over here to this village, which allows Soviets to move up. So they will go ahead and you can move up combination units you want. He'll move here. He'll move with him, and then he will move with him as well. All right, and there was no limit units limited. I want to make sure for victory points. Okay, and then looking down here, they're going to attack this stack again as well. So it's 9 defense, right? Yep. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 19, 20, 21. So 28 divided by 9 is 3 to 1. Crossing the major river drops to 2 to 1. Crossing a minor, 2 to 1, -1 on the roll. 6 again. Oh man. All right. And what was I say? It was 2 to 1. So it becomes a 5 with the DR. Defender retreats 1 hex. They're gonna have to pull back, and they can't go here. Well, they could, but they take a step loss. So if they go up here, they'll be fine. So they're gonna have to retreat up here, which the Soviets will gladly send units up. And then they're going to go ahead and attack. Oops, well, they're going to attack down here. Was it? Yeah, I'm going to attack that hex right here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Total 25 versus 12, so 2 to 1. But it's woods, so 1 to 1, and then -1 for minor river. So that 3 becomes a 2 on 1 to 1, which 2 to 1 to 1 is any, no effect. So But, so they're kind of petered out at that last attack. But, oh man, see, now we're talking here. For the Soviets anyway. Boom, pushed them back, giving the Soviets now an opportunity to maybe start getting a little breakthrough here, get some action, because they seized up here. And let me tell you, the Germans been holding out pretty good, but is luck changing? Maybe. So, all right, that is it for the Soviet turn. So let's go to the German turn. Replacement phase, they get their 1 infantry replacement. And same thing with them. I thought there was somebody I wanted to rebuild. You guys, right here, the security unit still has some control. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and do that. So they'll use their last infantry replacement point on him. Movement reinforcement phase, just movement of units on the map. I think they're looking pretty good here. Let's see, strong, holding strong. All right, I think that's probably it for German movement here. I think they're in a pretty good position as far as they feel like. Let's go to the German combat phase. I think they're good holding strong here. Maybe there, these two. They could attack there, I suppose. That's what they're going to do, actually. So these two German hexes are going to attack this Soviet hex. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 versus 9, 10, 11. Uh-oh, that's only 1-to-1 odds. No negatives, though. There's no hex side, nothing they're crossing, so just 1-to-1 odds. A 1, that is attacker 1. So A1, attacker loses 1 step. Not very smart thing to do here. So go ahead. Uh-oh. Right here. Germans will take that loss right there. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. One time tweezers fail me here. Okay. Yep, maybe not such a good idea 1-to-1. I don't know why, but for some reason the German commander thought he had better odds in that attack. Poor reconnaissance, I guess. Okay, that's it for German combat phase. That's it for the German turn here. Yeah, I mean, they're just on the defensive right now. So, all right, let's wrap around. Go to turn 8. All right, turn 8. This is January 21st to 29 here. No replacements left in the game. Movement reinforcement phase, just gonna be units on the map. So movement here, let's see. Soviets, definitely, they're gonna go ahead and move this infantry division, move him up across and stop right there. Around here, they're gonna move this infantry division up. Let's see. And then they'll go ahead and move this infantry division. That's that's 2, excuse me, 2. And then 3, 4.5, and then he'll stop there, get him across the Lovat. And, okay, I think they're standing pretty strong here, so, okay. Yep, that's it for Soviet movement, Soviet combat phase. Yeah, they're going to unleash some combat here, so they want to get, they want to attack, Velikiye Luki here. So they're going to go ahead, all 4 of these are going to launch an attack against Velikiye Luki. All 4 of these stacks. So what are we looking at here? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, plus 7, 25, 26, 27, 28, 35. So 35 versus, let's set that there. 35 versus 12, right? 10, 11, 12. So 35 versus 12. So if you have 35 divided by 12, that's, it's only 2-to-1. Oh, they need more units there. Okay, so 2-to-1. And then they are attacking 2-to-1. Fortification has a left, 2 left. So 2-to-1. Becomes 1-to-1, 1-to-2, and then the city itself, the town, also gives a left shift as well. So it's another left shift. So it's 1-to-3 odds. Holy cow, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. All right, well, let's wish them luck on 1 to 3. So, but they're crossing a minor river, so they need to roll. Yeah, they have no positive result that the Soviets can have at this point. Oops. A 3, which is a -1, so it becomes a 2, which is A1. Attacker loses 1 step. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely brutal. This infantry unit, no. Panzer, no. They can't have all these guys getting. They'll go ahead and take a loss on this infantry ski unit, which does give the Germans a victory point, unfortunately for the Soviets. Okay, they don't have to. What they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to cut the city off, so that way they can reduce their combat factor. So, because remember, they're out of supply, so they got to get both these units moved out of there. So, okay, so that was all of these, which means, okay, so they're not going to be able to attack there. They can attack this stack, maybe. What do you think? Or them right here. They'll attack, I think they'll attack this stack. So, these two will attack him right there. So, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a total of 20 versus 8, which is 2 to 1. Then the woods becomes 1 to 1, and then crossing a river. 1 to 1, -1. 5 becomes 4. 4 on a 1 to 1 is exchange. So, Germans will take that loss, and then same thing with the Soviets. They'll go ahead and lose this. Lose a tank unit, which does give the Germans a victory point. Well, I don't want to give up victory points, but I need to keep my combat factors as well, right? So, oh man, it's tough. Tough decision here for the old poor Soviets. Okay, I think that's it for what they can attack, where they can attack. Yeah, let's go ahead and go over to the Germans. Placements, nope, none. Movement, reinforcements, movement, I think they're pretty much good here. I think they feel pretty strong. Yeah, they're just going to hold the line. So, combat phase, same thing. I don't think they feel comfortable doing any combats because, well, I think last time they tried that, it kind of backfired. So, yeah, they're not even going to do that. They're just going to hold strong and see what the Soviets can do here the last couple turns of the game. So, all right, that's it for turn 8. Let's go to turn 9. All right, turn 9. It is January 30th through February 7th. Replacement phase, there is none. And Soviets. Movement reinforcement phase. For movement, they're going to go ahead and it's kind of log jammed up here. It really is. The Germans did a fantastic job. I congratulate myself as a German player for doing a fantastic job of bogging down the poor Soviets here. So what they're going to do, I know poor Soviets, right? They got to increase some of these, feel like some of these numbers here. So what they're going to do is this tank's going to go ahead and move laterally here. Same thing with this tank unit, move here. And then he will come off the line. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, and then 6, 7, 8.5. Oh, he can't do it this turn. Okay. And he's going to go ahead and reinforce him right here. So, okay. I think that'll be it for movement, right? Yep, that's it for... Well, hang on. If he goes 1... I'm trying to plan a movement out here to get some good numbers going. 1, 2, 3, and he can cross over 4, 5.5. Okay, let's do that. So the Soviets are kind of repositioning their lines a little bit, building up some of their numbers. Can you do any more here? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's what they'll do. Okay, Soviet combat phase. They're going to attack this German hex from these two locations. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then a 6, so 20. 20 versus 6. So 6 is 3 to 1. We're just crossing over, so it becomes 2 to 1. Crossing over a major river. And then a minor river, so 2 to 1, -1. There's a 4 on the 2 to 1, which is defender retreats 1 hex. I'll have to retreat back here. So he will go ahead and move up here. And then these two will attack this hex right here. So that is 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, plus 9, 26. 26 versus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 divided by 7 is what? 3 to 1. We're crossing over, so 2 to 1. No minor rivers, though. So just 2 to 1. Yep, 2 to 1. Oh, wrong die. I don't want to roll the wrong one. 2 to 1. 5 on a 2 to 1 is DR. Defender retreats 1 hex. So he'll go ahead and retreat. And he has to just have to retreat through, which they're allowed to do by the rules. But he will stop there for stacking. All right, and then go ahead and advance after combat. Right here. Boom. Cut off Velikiye Luki is cut off. And then we're going to do a combat down here. Yeah, might as well. So they will go ahead and attack right there. So 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, yeah, 9, 10, 11 is 18 versus 5. So that's 3 to 1. Attacking Wooded Hex drops to 2 to 1. And crossing a minor river, 2 to 1 minus 1. 4 becomes 3. On 2 to 1. 3 is exchange. Yep, that'll do that. Okay. That's all the combats for the Soviets. Let's go to the German turn. Germans here. Let's see, looking good there. Obviously, they're in trouble down here. So what they're going to do is go ahead. Oh, you can't move that way because you can't move from one zone of control to another. Can't move from there to there to reinforce. Oh, no. For the Germans, it's a little trouble. They can maybe get an attack here, though, since he's a little weaker. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and try that. So, in combat phase, they'll do that. Movement. Everything doesn't look too bad for them. Kind of holding strong, I think, is kind of the key here. Honestly, right? I'm trying to think of what Germans would do. I guess they have this one remaining stack. They want to get him moved up, help out. So they'll go ahead and move him, these 2 infantry, move him up here, just kind of actually reinforce. And then he will continue here. Just to reinforce. Oh, no. That's bad. There we go. All right. Hold the line there. Okay, that's it. Combat phase. Where did I say they're going to do a combat? Up here? Yeah. They'll attack this lone infantry division of the Soviets. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. That's 18 to 7. So 2 to 1 only. 2 to 1. He's in the wood, so it becomes 1 to 1. And he's crossing a minor river. 1 to 1 minus 1. So 2 becomes a 1 on 1 to 1. His attacker loses a step. Oh, that was not good. There was a step there. Okay, on this infantry regiment, motorized. Okay, that's it for the Germans for combat phase. And that's it for turn 9. Let's go on to turn 10, last turn of the game. All right, last turn of the game, February 8th through 16th. Turn 10, Soviets. Replacement phase, no replacements. Movement reinforcement. Well, no reinforcements, but movement. They can do a couple moves here, it looks like. And go ahead and get this mechanized up here. They're all stacked up full. Stacked up full. He can move to here. I think that's going to be it. Yep, that's probably going to be it for the Soviets here. So, all right, on to the combat phase to kind of determine if they have a chance to actually win or if it's going to be a blowout in the Germans' favor. All right, Soviets, Velikiye Luki, they're going to attack. So, differences this time since the last one where they got annihilated is the Germans are cut off. So, they're completely surrounded by Soviet units. Therefore, they are out of supply. So, their strength points or combat factors combat strength will be halved. So, let's figure out the attackers. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 for these 5 hexes. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13 to 13, 7 So 20, 26, 4, 5, 6, 7, 23, or excuse me, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 38 plus 7, 45. 45. Hey, the Soviets are trying for it. 45 versus, what was it, 12? So what's 45 divided by, no, not 12 though, it's half that, so it's 6. And it's each unit, half of each unit. So 3, the 4 becomes a 2, and then 2 becomes a 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So 45 divided by 6 is, what is that, 7? 7 to 1 odds. All right, so 7 to 1 odds. And then so 7 to 1. You have 2 left for the fortifications at Velikiye Luki. So it becomes 5 to 1, and then the city itself provides an additional 1, so it becomes 4 to 1. 4 to 1, and then -1 because we do have units crossing a minor river here. So 4 to 1. Let's see. And that 4 becomes a 3. A 3 on 4 to 1 is defender retreat. So what that means, so the defenders in Velikiye Luki, so you'd think, well, after retreat, there's no retreat, they're all eliminated. No, they can absorb a retreat. Each unit can take a hit to absorb it. So he is reduced. He is reduced. And then he is eliminated, which gives the Soviets a victory point. So these 2 German units have been reduced. However, they do get to remain in the hex, which that, because I'm gonna tell you right now, no one in this game have played it a few times now. That just saves the Germans the game, and or you could say it cost the Soviets the game. They're not going to win this one, but wow, that came down to it right there. Okay, the Soviets. Let's earn a few more victory points before they lose the game here. And the reason I'll explain as soon as we finish up. I'll count the VPs, and you're going to see. Let's go ahead. The Soviets will definitely attack this hex right here with these 2. So 8 and then 7. So it's 15. 15 to 2. 15 to 2 is 7 to 1. And then woods it becomes 6 to 1. And then highest is 5 to 1. -1 for the minor river. So there's a 3 on the 5 to 1. A 3 on the 5 to 1 is D1R. So defender loses a step and retreats a hex. So they're going to lose a unit, which gives the Soviets a victory point, and they have to retreat. So we're going to retreat here, and we'll definitely advance the Soviets here, which does earn them another VP for that spot right there. And the Germans, or excuse me, the Soviets, let's see how them attacked. Definitely want to get some more attacks in here. What can they do? They'll attack this hex right here with these 3. So 3, 6, 9 is the defender. Attackers are 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 plus 7, 21. Another 7, 28. 28 divided by 9 is 3 to 1. And there are no negative modifiers, so 3 to 1. 3 to 1, a 3, which is DR. Defender retreats 1 hex. And so we'll go ahead and move up. And then I don't think, well, they can try some combat up here maybe. I don't think it's going to help anything though. But all right, they'll try. So these 2 will attack here. So 4, 5, 6, 13. 13 versus 6. So that's 2 to 1. Be attacking the woods. So it's 1 to 1. And roll a 1 on a 1 to 1. Should have done that. A1, so they suffer a loss. I'll reduce him. Well, actually, no. I'll reduce him. Yeah, reduce this division here. I think that'll be it for the Soviets. That's it for the Soviet combat phase. Goes to the German turn. No replacements. No movement reinforcement. See whether they want to move anybody around. I think they're pretty much good here. And then, oh, I should have attacked. No, I already moved. That was the movement. Okay. And then combat phase for the Germans. Oh, and they see the obvious weakness right here, this unit right here. So they're going to attack these 2 stacks, attack this unit right here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 to 3, 5 to 1. He's in the woods, so it becomes 4 to 1, and then minor river. 4 to 1, minus 1. Oops, that's the Germans. 5, 4 to 1, minus 1. Oh, right, it becomes 4 is D1R. So defender loses 1 step and retreats a hex, so he's actually eliminated. So it gives the Germans a victory point there. And Germans not wanting to, yeah, they'll go ahead and advance. Okay. Germans are going to go ahead and end the combat phase. Ends turn 10. So we go to check victory points. See who won this bad boy. All right, so figuring victory points, the Germans are going to win by a landslide. So we've already counted for the units, right, as the game went by, where the Soviets are sitting at 7, the Germans are sitting in at 9. Now you look at the VP areas. Velikiye Luki, if the Germans control it, they get 9. If the Russians control it, they get 1. Germans still control it. Now, I'm going to be honest, next turn, they would have lost it, right? They have 2 units left. They've been reduced. They're cut off. They have no supply. All these stacks, all these Soviet divisions and infantry and everything, mechanized coming in, they would have annihilated them. Next turn, the Soviets would capture it, but they didn't. So in turn, the 10 turns, that's what you got, right? So that means the Germans are going to get 9 victory points. So instead of 9, they go up to 18. Then you want to look at Novoskolki over here, which is worth 2 for the Soviets and 3 for the Germans. Germans have it. So Germans control every spot that hasn't been taken over by a Soviet unit, right? So that's 3 for the Germans again. So not 8, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then you look at all the other locations that have either a hex to determine. So the Germans 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that's it. So they get 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are at 25. And then the Soviets did manage to capture this village of Pakova here, which gives them an additional 1. So they go up to 8. So Germans 25, Soviets 8. It is a crushing German victory. If you look at my first game, that I posted pictures on Board Game Geek. I think it was 16-13 Soviets. So the Soviets did a little better with their units, and they captured many more points. They obviously captured Velikiye Luki, but they also captured additional locations here, and then I don't think anywhere up here necessarily, but they captured a few of the ones down here. So, and then not losing many units because of that really helped them. So, obviously a crushing German victory. I just want you to realize, because like I said, when I played it last time, I think it was the Germans that got a victory, just by a couple. That was like 16-13. Keep in mind that as the Soviets, right, every little step loss is going to hurt you, versus the Germans can afford step losses. They can't afford to lose whole units. The Germans want to build the defense. You saw they had a pretty good defensive line that held the Soviets back long enough. Now they're breaking through now, right? If this game was 11 turns, if it was 12 turns, Soviets are about to capture here. They're going to start marching. They're starting to push back here. They either cut off these units or, and start surrounding them here and reduce them. Start capturing these other points very quickly, very quickly. I'd say the tides would start turning, other than the actual unit losses, where the Soviets, they let themselves take some few losses that maybe they shouldn't have. But hey, sometimes that's how the games work. So, all right, that is a complete playthrough of Velikiye Luki, Stalingrad in the North, designed by Michael Taylor, published by Legion Wargames. Hope you enjoyed the playthrough of it. Classic hex and counter game. I will have an overview video coming up soon. Probably the next few days it should go up. Otherwise, thank you for watching. And if you're one of the 60% of the people that watch my videos and aren't subscribed, what's the excuse? What's the reason? Go ahead, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. First one is free. So, all right, everybody. Later.